and welcome to Trashy Trashy, where we take a dumpster dive on this week's garbage people and a look at all the trashiest news stories. My name is Erica, and I am your host.
My name is Cassandra, and I'm your other host. Hello, and welcome to the podcast.
Bing Bong! Welcome to the podcast.
That's your new catchphrase now.
I am an honorary New Yorker because of Bing Bong.
Boo.
If you aren't familiar, go on TikTok, search Bing Bong. Everybody's duetting it. It's wild.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I realized I haven't washed my hair in over a week,
Oh, wow.
but it's, holding up okay. I've showered, I've bathed.
Sure.
I just haven't washed that hair.
You get it wet when you go in there to wash the body or no?
No.
That's good.
No,
what kind of chaotic person would do that, you know?
Well, yeah. Does that sound like something you do?
No. No, of course not.
Okay.
No. I mean, I'll shower with my glasses on, as I shared last week. But if I'm not washing my hair, it's not getting wet.
I'm getting holiday anxiety. Pretty bad. How are you doing with the holidays?
Yeah, it's weird. I was looking forward to them, and now that we're in the throes, I'm like, I can't wait for this to be over. I'm tired already. I'm fucking tired. This is coming out December 13th, so we're 2 weeks into December. I'm fucking tired already.
Yeah.
So I'm all right, I guess. Today is the first. My partner and I share a car. Sold my car a month or so ago to save money, and it's totally great. But this is the first day that I'm going to have the car all day, where I'm not working or where he's not around because he's off with his friends right now. And I'm I need to do shopping today, and I don't want to I'm fuck, this is going to fucking suck.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to get it done because, you know what he wants? Well, I don't know if he wants this. He won't tell me what he wants, but I sometimes will, as I am my mother's daughter, I'll be like, we should get a gun. And I don't like guns. Don't get me wrong. I really don't like guns, but I'm it is a little bit of if you can't beat them, join them. We should just get a gun to protect our home kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And he always says, I don't know, guns a little extreme, but maybe a baseball bat. And I'm what the fuck are you going to do with the baseball bat? He's
You're bat away the bullets that come at you.
He's 6'4". Him swinging a baseball bat at you is probably effective, sure.
Yeah.
But, a gun is good, I think. So anyways, I was I should get him this fucking bat for Christmas. Mm-hmm. But I go online to find a bat, and I don't know, were baseball bats always kind of a complicated thing? Because there's youth bats, which I'm not going to get him a child's bat, but then there's also T-ball bats, which I think I that can't be right. And then there's bats for home protection, but it kind of
there's a whole category.
Yeah, but it's the ones that are made for home protection have a really big logo on the side, and it's kind of the same energy of hey everybody, come look, I got a 55-inch TV, and then everyone comes to see your TV and they're what's Hutu? What's this brand? Right. Or whatever the fuck it is. And so I'm suddenly being what if he doesn't like this brand? What if he's what brand is this? I want to play baseball with this too, and it's all for home protection. So anyways, I guess I gotta fucking brave a Dick's Sporting Goods or something today and be I need a baseball bat for home protection, but that also for my label whore of a partner, he'll like it. I don't know. And then I'm does he want wood? Does he want metal? I should ask him, but then he'll know. Long story short, I'm ready for the holidays to be over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get him a fucking bat. I ought to just buy him a gun. But guns are expensive, and I don't think that you can legally buy guns for other people.
I don't think that's how it works. Yeah. I think you have to have it in your name. But who knows? It's America. My dog could get a gun.
You don't even have a dog. That's what's extra crazy about it.
That's what's extra crazy about that sentence.
Oh
I-
gosh. I didn't think I was gonna get into my gun rant
yeah.
uh
Yeah.
ever on this podcast, but here we are.
Here we are.
Uh-huh.
On Friday, we went to a birthday party, a dear friend's 40th birthday party, and I didn't realize it wasn't like a holiday slash birthday party.
Uh-huh.
And I dressed like a holiday party.
Oh.
And not until we were like in the car on the way did Winston, my partner, say, "Hey, you know this is just a birthday party, right?" Winston? Winston, that's something you tell me when I'm getting ready. That's something you tell me before we're out the door.
What were you wearing?
Like a blue sparkly dress. It was very holiday party.
Okay.
Not and then we go to the home and the beautiful wife of our friend is wearing like a sweater and jeans, and I was like, fuck my life. Oops, I've overdone it. And now I have to make something like, we're going to a holiday party next, like
That's not nice either, though.
no, it was like
You're the first stop of many.
it was and then people were like, what a lovely dress. And I was like, oh, don't comment on it. Now it's like a thing.
Oh my god.
I felt so small. And I could have turned around, but I didn't want to be late.
Oh, see, I just go with being late. I mean, you know this about me. I'm late all the time. So if I get the unconstructive criticism
Yeah.
halfway there that I might be overdressed, all
Yeah.
right, well, we're turning the car around. And then guess what? Winston would never, ever wait until you were in the car to tell you something like that.
Yeah.
It's a teachable moment.
It was the opposite of a teachable moment. It was like, oh no. And he was like, now don't be stubborn. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be stubborn. Oh, I'm gonna double down. It was wild.
You could have went up to other people who were dressed more casually and being like, well, I guess you don't give a shit about his 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Look
Really?
at the way you're dressed. Like, you could have just been like, I can't believe the gall of this group that they're not celebrating your 40th birthday more.
Yeah. You know what? I should have come in with that kind of energy.
Yeah.
But instead I quietly made a joke to the birthday boy, the birthday man.
Ooh.
And I was like, Winston halfway through our trip informed me this wasn't a holiday party. And he was like, no, you're dressed great. I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, how have you been trashed this week?
So my bathroom is it's like this. The layout has the toilet facing the a big vanity mirror that goes across the whole bathroom, and so when you are on the toilet, you can see your reflection. Not the whole show,
Mhm.
but like chest up. And so I'm going to say something that you're not going to like a lot, but I have a bit of a forgetting to take off my makeup problem when I drink, and sometimes when I don't drink. So, but this is specifically about when I'm drunk because we're talking about why I'm trash. And I just noticed this morning, because I went to a holiday party last night, and like I was sitting there on the toilet, like trying to figure out what's best and if I needed to vomit or whatever. But I looked at my reflection, and I just looked like a grumpy, like toddler pageant toddler. Like because I've got all this fucking messed up makeup on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm like, you need to start taking your makeup off, girl. Like, because, yeah, I just look like one of those freaky, weird, like toddlers that has way too much makeup on for the occasion and is in the throes of a tantrum.
I will call you personally and remind you every evening to wash your face and take your makeup off?
I uh, I'll be like, yeah, okay, and then I won't do it.
Oh no. Oh my God.
I don't know. I just fucking suck at it, and like I haven't found the right routine, and so now my face is
Mhm.
drier than shit because I finally took it off with a makeup wipe this morning, and then did nothing else.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I know. I'm sorry. I'm now I'm out to hurt you, but I'm not lying.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is tough to hear.
yeah, it's hard. I have sensitive skin, so instead I just light it on fire.
God.
Why are you trash?
All right.
Oh no.
I'm not proud of this.
Oh no.
And it's like a double whammy.
Okay.
I postmated. I think that's the past tense of Postmates.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
So I A, took money from a business. Maybe that's a good thing. I B, ate like homophobic chicken. And
Yeah.
then the delivery driver had a rainbow bumper sticker
Oh
on
god.
their car. And I was like, I'm sorry. And they were happy as could be to hand it over. And I tipped 40% because
Jesus.
I was so embarrassed. But I postmated Chick-fil-A and my driver might have been in the LGBTQIA community and I felt like an asshole.
I mean, that's a good move if you're a Postmates driver and you do a Chick-fil-A, is that you quickly put out some rainbow stuff
Uh-huh.
and then you'll get people like you who are like, fuck, I'm scum of the earth. And then tip 40%. 40% on a Postmates order? Am
Yeah.
I an asshole? Do you always tip that much?
No, that was a guilt tip.
Oh my god. You you got a bad way with those guilt tips.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like you're like everyone's like divorced dad. You just when you do something wrong, you throw money at the problem.
I'm going to throw a little money at it.
Does this make it better?
Oh, I was like, oh, shit.
Those
Like,
Chick-fil-A employees are freaky.
my pleasure.
Hmm?
They always say my pleasure.
Oh, they do say I haven't been there a lot, but like, yeah, it is my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like really happy.
They like pay really well, I think. Not like in and out well, but I think they treat their employees well and they do like scholarship programs for employees.
Sure.
So who knows? They also donate actively to like terrible causes. So
Yeah.
life's about balance.
Have I said on this podcast yet that I think that they need to start paying the employees at Jersey Mike's more?
No, but they should.
Let me tell you what. Jersey Mike's is my new Subway because we've covered enough of Subway on this podcast that I know that I cannot eat there anymore. Like there's just like there's no way it's food. I might as well just go and eat fucking drywall at this point when I get sad. So I've made it now Jersey Mike's, and it like the way that they just slop that delicious sandwich together with it feels like you're in like a prison cafeteria line with the way they like bleh, bleh, like, and I'm just like, and like out loud saying to each other, I want to go home. Yeah, I want to go home too. Like I'm not even shitting you, and I'm like, how's your day? like I,
Thanks for the sandwich.
like God, like I just like I haven't been home like for a full day in 3 days. Do you want it Mike's way? Yes, yes. Can I have also avocado? Okay, thank you. And like their sandwiches are fucking expensive too. Like I was hungover, a shocker, like a couple weeks ago, and I ordered a giant Jersey Mike sandwich because I was like, this is what I will eat for the remainder of the day. It was like fucking $17.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to pay them better because they're making a damn good sandwich and they are miserable.
They're putting in a Jersey Mike's right in my in the complex right in front of my apartment.
Oh fuck.
And I think their grand opening is like on Christmas Day, which I'm
No.
like, what a sad grand opening.
Damn it. Like don't do that, Jersey
Don't
Mike's.
don't do that.
The like because I worked in not at a Jersey Mike's, but just in like food service for like a decade. And if you're open on Christmas Day, if you think for a second that people fucking care that
Oh,
you're working on Christmas, they don't. It's one of the busiest days of the year because so few places are open that the ones that are open are just slammed. And then you've got people being like, "Thank you for working on Christmas," and you're like, "Yeah, that's fine." Like, what do you
uh,
want?
2 years ago, Winston and I flew on Christmas back to LA on Christmas Day, and we had a stopover in Nashville and had sushi in the Nashville airport on Christmas Day, and we're
Oh
like,
my god.
"Thank you for work." It was like the only place that was open, and, we were like, and it was slammed, and
Oh,
so it was like, "Thank you for working." Like I was that person.
I mean, I say it too. I'm not like I
Yeah.
do the same thing. Thank you so much for working. But like it's yeah, I didn't get my request in on time, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Like that's the fucking energy. So, anyways, my goodness, we've just been gabbing along. We don't haven't even started on our stories yet.
Let's get on to these stories. Our first
Okay,
one's sent in by John Burns
thanks, John.
from Apple News. Maryland homeowners burned down their home while attempting to rid the house of snakes.
I mean, case closed. That's yeah.
I don't see what's trashy about this.
I
Like
don't
I
either.
I saw a rat in the parking structure across the street from my apartment and I was like, I have to move.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
If you got snakes in the house, fire, I believe, is the only way to get rid of them.
That or bring back St. Patrick.
What,
St. Patrick drove all the snakes out of Ireland.
Erica?
All
Is
right.
that real?
Allegedly, that's why he's a saint.
So he has his own fucking day where people drink green beer because he was just some guy who got snakes out of Ireland?
Yeah. And then they canonized him.
What's that mean?
Make a saint, I think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, why haven't we done that for Samuel L. Jackson? He got a bunch of snakes off of a plane.
He did. Saint Samuel Jackson. All
The
right.
Dangle Church.
All right. A house of nearly 10,000 square feet in Dickerson, Maryland, an hour west of Baltimore, was engulfed in flames on November 23rd when the homeowners tried to smoke out a snake infestation on the property. Pete Pieringer, chief spokesman for the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service, told CNN.
The snakes have been an ongoing issue for the owner and the previous tenant as well. So they used coals as the heat source for the smoke, but they were placed too close to combustible materials, eventually setting the house on fire. Well, you guys, you gotta move out your combustible materials if you're gonna try to smoke out snakes. Everybody knows this.
Your whole house is combustible.
Is
Like,
it? Yeah, I guess so.
it was like insulation, wood, like
It's true.
everything's combustible. The fire started in the basement and quickly spread through each floor, engulfing the multi-story home, according to CNN affiliate WJLA.
So around 10 p.m., they had 75 firefighters show up to battle the blaze. And it was a neighbor passing by who called 911. Where was the people in the house?
I guess they got a hotel for the night. Like,
You're just gonna fucking start smoking out the snakes and be like, all right, see you. It's not a bug bomb.
yeah, exactly. They treated it like they were just bug bombing the house. Oh my God, there were no fire hydrants in the area,
Wow.
which isn't a problem because we're used to it, but we had to shuttle in water tankers.
So they were able to put it out by the morning, and the damages are going to cost more than $1 million, but the house was recently purchased for 1.8. So still in the red. Wait, the green, the black.
The black.
What is it? The black? Okay.
The red is negative. The black is if you've made money.
What's the green?
I don't know.
St. Patrick.
St. Patrick.
And then there's breaking even,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
we
Which
use
is
in the puce.
in the. Oh.
Sorry, it's just the funniest color I can think of. You know what color puce is, by the way?
Is it like a gray?
Let me see. Puce. I don't even know how to spell puce. Puce color.
Oh, you're gonna get some weird results.
I
You better.
do. It's a pink. It's or dark red or purple brown color.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that actually makes fucking sense because you're going to get to a dark red, purple brown color before you get to black.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
Yeah, breaking even in the puce.
In the puce.
Oh, grow up. Grow up, me.
Speaking of growing up, this lady's got some growing up to do.
That's putting it lightly. This story was sent in by Anthony. FoxBusiness.com reports woman reportedly breastfed cat on a Delta Airlines flight. It was a service animal.
A flight attendant reported that the hairless cat was screaming for its life.
Okay, was it a hairless cat or was it just kind of like a rough looking baby?
Oh, was it an ugly baby? I need to know. Delta declined to speak to. Delta declined to comment, so we'll never know.
Yeah, all they have done is release this statement, which is that we do not advocate breastfeeding animals.
All right, so things got weird on this Delta Airlines flight from Syracuse to Atlanta, where she was breastfeeding a cat to the horror of fellow passengers and crew. A flight attendant sent a message through the Aircraft Communications Addressing and Reporting System, ACARS, on the jet while the flight alert to the crew on the ground that the person sitting in 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put a cat back in its carrier when flight attendants requested.
You know, these people who work in ground control and stuff, they're not allowed to
Go to therapy.
and all and like take, antidepressants or anything like that. So I think we need to rethink that because if I'm getting a call, me without therapy getting a call, hey, someone is breastfeeding a cat and won't stop. I'd be like, humanity is lost. We too far we have stepped away from the Lord.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So it looked like a baby because she had it swaddled up in a blanket. And her t-shirt was up and she was trying to get the cat to latch.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, and listen, I'm not a mother. I never have been, never will be, but I know latching can be difficult.
Sure.
Much less with a cat.
If I have a kid and I make you the godmother just because you said that statement, and then I unfortunately die,
I hate this line of questioning, but
you're gonna feel stupid.
I'm gonna feel stupid, and I will take care of that baby.
And then look who's suddenly a mother.
I will be a bonus mom.
Bonus mom.
I'll be a bonus mom.
I don't think that's how it works anymore with the whole godmother. Like I don't. I'm not. We don't
I think you have to legally put it into the will. But anyway,
yeah.
Anyway.
You might be in a battle with that one. Anyways, hey guys, if you breastfeed your cat, stop. I'll say that. But let's say that. Yeah, let's say that isn't enough for you. Keep your weird shit in your house.
Don't bring it in public.
What the fuck? Does it say where this flight was headed from and headed to?
Syracuse to Atlanta, or Atlanta to Syracuse.
Wow. I don't know, man. I you know what? I really thought Florida would be involved, but you guys are tricking me.
Wait, where is Syracuse? Georgia?
I think it's like upstate New York, which I've heard all the weirdos
Syracuse,
up there.
New York. Yeah. Makes sense. Florida was not involved. Florida, you're in the clear.
For this one.
For this one. But you know who's not in the clear? Oof.
Adrian.
According to consequence.net, my favorite website. Sylvester Stallone sparks QAnon speculation with coded selfie.
Heading into the storm. I can't do a Sylvester Stallone. Heading
Headed
into
into the storm.
that was
No, that
bad
was
but better, I think.
yeah, it was bad.
Let's just do the whole opposite direction. Heading into the storm. That's good, right?
That's pretty good. That's a good Sylvester Stallone.
So that's what he said. Or captioned on a photo of himself wearing a baseball hat emblazoned with the letter Q.
Well, that's what supporters of the fringe conspiracy movement are asking after the actor posed for quite the selfie on Thursday via social media. Could Sylvester Stallone be a QAnon supporter, unbeliever? Oh boy.
Feels pretty fucking obvious.
I mean, what other Q could he be for?
There's just, at the end of the day, like we lost a lot during Donald Trump's presidency. And it's not just the obvious stuff. It's the fact that you can never wear a red baseball hat again. Ever.
Ever.
Whatever the fuck it says, you can't wear one. And also, we lost the letter Q. It's not, you don't get it anymore.
The alphabet is 25 letters now.
Hello. So, yeah, it sounds like he's it doesn't feel out of the realm of possibility. Like he's like been famous for so long that he's definitely in the, range of, ripe to go crazy.
Right. Well, when you have that much money and you haven't been told no in a very long time, you get bored.
Yeah. So, okay, so he had a follow-up Instagram post and he said,
"The Q on this hat stands for Quantum of Solace, the name of the boat I was on, not anything else, okay? Relax, enjoy your lives, and let other people enjoy theirs. So keep punching." What?
Okay. But for what it's worth, Stallone is a noted fan of former President Donald Trump with "I love Donald Trump," he said in the early days of his 2016 campaign. Stallone later appeared in the Oval Office with Trump to celebrate the posthumous pardon of boxer Joe Johnson and has attended multiple events at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, including a fundraiser held on April 2021.
Also, okay, I have a couple questions. Number one, if you have a boat, do you get hats made?
You best believe if I get a boat, yeah, everybody gets a hat. Erica's big ass boat.
Yeah, I mean, that somehow makes sense to me. The fact that the boat is called Quantum of Solace is a little weird, but
like a stretch.
Yeah,
stretch.
But my I guess main thing isn't part of QAnon's belief system have to do with the Hollywood elite drinking kid blood or something to stay young?
Yes, and that there's rings of pedophiles in Hollywood. Yes, and I'm like, Sylvester, you're not necessarily A-list right now, but you're who they're attacking.
I would say he is who I would think of as Hollywood elite. I mean, he's been famous forever and won Oscars and is someone that, we attempted to impersonate. If you're a household name, that seems Hollywood elite, right?
Right.
So
Adrian.
You know what? We saw a consequence.net website, but how about we take it to the New York Times, which, not to brag, is something I subscribe to.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
So according to the NewYorkTimes.com, Chanel, TikTok, and the beauty advent calendar controversy. Ooh, that headline.
Hell hath no fury like a social media mob that thinks it has identified a luxury scam.
Or so it seemed this weekend when a series of viral videos involving an $825 Chanel advent calendar and the disappointed customer who bought it went viral.
So basically, in one way, this is merely the latest example of vigilante justice meted against powerful global brands by individuals willing to point out perceived injustice, including cultural appropriation, copying designs, and other forms of misbehavior and shifting balance of power between brands and audience.
Wow, that sounds very smart, but it's
But
basically saying that the comments went wild and called Chanel out for being shitty
yeah, basically. Yeah,
in layman's
that's
terms.
the layman's way of
Yes.
saying such a thing. Here's what happened. So on December 3rd, Elise Harmon, a TikToker in California, posted a video of herself unboxing a Chanel advent calendar in the shape of the Chanel number 5 bottle.
I actually, this one came across my my desk, my
Oh, wow.
algorithm, and I saw it, and it kind of, I'm liking all the advent calendars that people are posting on TikTok,
Mhm.
but to me, like, Chanel is not something that is even in my atmosphere. Like, it is something that I just assume I can't afford, and I think that assumption is right. I wouldn't pay $800 for an advent calendar, but like, I do think there's no way that it's gonna not be disappointing.
The point of an advent calendar is you pay a certain fee, and then the sum of the parts are more than the fee that you've paid, like what you get from it.
Is that true?
Yeah, like it's supposed to be the value is supposed to be more than what you pay for it. But it's like assortments.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I thought it was just like kind of a silly way to give a bunch of tiny shitty gifts.
Both can be true.
So she did the unboxing over 8 posts, and then there's perfumes in there, which were good. There's keychains in there, which doesn't feel very good. Lipstick and nail polish, which was pretty good, even though they were all sample sizes. And there was a mirror, a rope bracelet, with a Chanel wax stamp, a mini snow globe, a dust bag, bags used for shoes, and stickers. What's a dust
Stickers.
bag?
Like what you would put like shoes in or purses, like, those nice like cloth bags
Oh,
that are
okay, okay.
branded. Yeah.
I mean, so that was what pissed people off, I guess, the most was the dust bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. Coco Chanel was a fucking Nazi,
Uh,
but we still continue to, glorify her brands. She did a lot for fashion, but like she was a Nazi and a Nazi sympathizer. And I just don't get it. But back to the video itself, I'll get off my Coco Chanel was a Nazi high horse. As of December 6th, the series of videos had more than 50 million views, which each post has thousands of comments, mostly along the "you was robbed," which I love that the New York Times put "was"
hey,
in quotations, like
they,
that phrase in quotations.
was spelled WUZ is the one that they quoted as well.
So Chanel has a TikTok page, but it is inactive and set to private with no followers. So it's unclear where Miss Harmon, allegedly the unboxer, Miss Harmon, has been blocked by Chanel. And so people flooded to Chanel's Instagram account.
Oh, wow.
And basically, a similar thing happened in China, where a blogger called out the brand advent calendar is not worth the money as well.
Well, I just again, I don't know what people are expecting. What are you buying a Chanel advent calendar for if not to just get a bunch of little things that say Chanel on them? Like,
Kind of exactly.
you're paying
Like
for
you're
the
not going to
name.
get a $5,000 Chanel handbag in an advent calendar.
No, it's not. It doesn't make sense. Like, to me, with what I believe of how expensive everything in Chanel is, it sounds like it's worth $875. All this like trash is because it says Chanel on all of it. So that's what it is. And
Yeah.
also these the box itself costs money.
Yeah. Chanel has not publicly addressed the issue. However, in an email, they said that they have not blocked anyone. The recent claim of being blocked by Chanel on TikTok is inaccurate. We would never block access to the Chanel TikTok channel to anyone because it is not an active account and no content has ever been published. We are committed to sharing our creations with followers on all social networks who we are active on. Our pages are open to everyone and our followers are free to express their feelings and opinions, whether they are enthusiastic or critical. All right. They're taking a little accountability.
Yeah. I mean, well, no, they're not. They're saying you can say whatever the fuck you want. We're not going to who cares?
We're not going to change.
They're not
Yeah.
saying, oh yeah, our advent calendar was kind of a dog. Like,
It was dog shit.
Yeah.
They're just saying we didn't block anybody.
I mean, I think they're right. Like, you bought it. You bought it. You bought what you wanted. You got your Chanel thing. Like, this is what it's fucking worth.
Yeah. And you got the views for it. I mean, 50 million views on TikTok. If you're a part of the creator fund, that's got to be something.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of 50 million,
yeah.
let's get into our next story from the WashingtonPost.com.
A plumber was working on a toilet at Joel Osteen's church. Then a trove of cash and checks fell out the wall.
Tax churches. Anyway, a plumber doing maintenance work at Pastor Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church stumbled across checks and hidden cash in a wall, a discovery that may yield clues to an unsolved burglary reported by the congregation 7 years ago.
Ooh, this is juicy. Like, oh my God.
The unexpected find was revealed Thursday when the worker called into a Houston radio morning show that had invited listeners to share stories about valuable items that had randomly been found over the years.
The caller, who has been identified only as Justin, said he was on a job at the mega church November 10th when he made this stunning find. Wait, so this is from a radio show? We don't even know if this is true.
I mean, the Washington Post doesn't I feel like there's some validity there just because of the WAPO name, but
so a bunch of stuff fell out of the wall. $500 envelopes fell out of the wall. But back in 2014, this church reported a loss to police of more than $600,000 in a burglary. Sorry, that's a tough word. And I think that did he go to the police now or what?
Yes, the Houston police announced that the cash, checks, and money orders found last month in the toilet wall appear to be connected to the 2014 burglary.
That's crazy, man. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's a weird vibe that it came out on a radio show because it made me immediately question if it was true. But the fact that the cops got involved.
Yeah.
We all know how much I love the police and trust them.
Mm-hmm. We're good little girls.
Yes. But it's crazy.
The church will not say how much money was recovered from the toilet wall last month, though.
Well, a police spokesman said that at the time it was $200,000 in cash and $400,000 reported. Oh, this is what was reported stolen. Okay.
Right.
Yo, this is too much fucking money. We really do need to be taxing churches.
Like, I get, like, your congregation of, like, 15 people where the pastor has a job.
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, a tax-exempt status for you. But for some place that won't open the doors during a hurricane, like I hate Joel Osteen.
I'm not familiar with him, but I'm imagining it's a pretty big name, like a mega church name. So
it's a mega church, yeah. Tax mega churches, I'll say that.
I mean, they're essentially businesses, aren't they?
They are businesses, and they rake in donations. And I just want to know where the money goes. Like, if you can give me an itemized account of every penny that's come in. I mean, if you're not going to pay taxes, I think that's the public exchange is where does every penny go?
For sure. I don't know. It's a complicated thing and hard to feel a lot of. I do feel for smaller churches. I don't think every church is blowing all this money, but like these bigger ones, that's when I start to think about how much my paycheck gets taxed every 2 weeks, and I'm like, it would be nice if we weren't paying the majority of the taxes.
Do we start a trashy church?
Yes.
Hell, we can't even get it fully together to start a Patreon. Maybe a church is a little ambitious, but
well, but
I think we can do it.
I mean, think of the clout. It'll be great. And give sermons about, how to be a worse person.
How to be the garbage you want to see in the world.
I think that's a great way to bring in a true dumpster fire of a human. Not the dumpster fire of the week, but, a really, really dumpster fire person in our next story.
sent in by Adam Cantley. The next 2 stories are sent in by friend of the pod, Adam Cantley.
Thank you, Adam. So, in Gloucestershire, a man goes to the hospital with a World War II shell stuck in his bottom, and the bomb squad got called because his butt was the bomb. It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
The man had a World War II anti-tank shell stuck in his rectum. They were called to give specialist support after the man presented to the Royal Hospital A&E with the 57 millimeter shell in his behind, reports The Sun.
So he claims that he slipped and fell on it, and that's how it ended up in his butt.
A source told the newspaper the guy said he found the shell when he was having a clear out of his stuff. He put it on the floor, then he slipped and fell on it, and it went up his arse.
Show me the pants, and I'll believe that story.
Yeah. Were they ripped?
Yeah. You guys, if you're going to put stuff up your butt, you need to be able to feel okay in case you have, like, about what you did, in case you have to go to the hospital, get it out. Because it's just, that's the risk that comes with putting shit up your butt.
Yeah. Don't put anything up your butt that you don't want in the sun. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That you don't want reported in the sun. That's what I say.
And they sell things to put up your butt. You know, you don't need to put real whatever. I'm not kink shaming.
I'm not kink shaming what you put up your butt. I don't care. But there's a time and a place for what goes up your butt.
I mean, they had to call the fucking bomb squad. Imagine that this guy was like feeling frisky and was like, I'm going to put this up my butt. And then got to the hospital, said it's stuck. And then he blew up. Can you imagine?
That sounds like an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
It does, doesn't it?
It sounds like an episode of Grey's Anatomy at this point.
Fuck. Call Shonda.
Shonda, baby, call me back.
We got a bitch for one episode.
Yes, writers.
And don't lie. You didn't slip and fall. You didn't slip and fall with this going directly up your butthole.
You put it up there.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Hospital officials said that all relevant safety protocols were followed and that there were no risks to any other patients, visitors, or staff at the hospital. There was a bomb in someone's arse. I don't know how that was safe.
He is expected to make a full recovery from the unfortunate incident. Well, we aren't, but this story is really giving him the benefit of the doubt of like, no, he slipped and fell.
Hey man, it's his word against, ours.
Well, at the trashy, our word is as good as God.
It's true. Oh my God. Let's get into our next story. Again, also sent in by friend of the pod, Adam Cantley from CNN.com.
Camels ejected from beauty contest over Botox use and other tampering. Now, have we talked about this before?
We have, but this is happening again.
I mean, you guys, like, when are we going to stop putting these fucking beauty standards on camels?
Listen, Saudi Arabia had to disqualify 43 contestants from their camel beauty pageant because of toxing.
Oh my God. Leave the Botox to girls like you and me who want it. Don't just force it onto a camel.
So they had to pay fines for injecting fillers, Botox, or hormones that can be up to $27,000 per camel, while braiding, cutting the tail, or dyeing camel fur incurs a fine of $8,000.
This famous child star camel, you wouldn't believe what they look like now.
Yeah, it's giving me clickbait.
It feels like clickbait.
This year, the organizers dealt with 147 cases of tampering, the largest number since the festival began.
My goodness. This is, I you shouldn't do this. Seems like it qualifies for like animal torture for sure. Not necessarily because it's bad for them, like health wise. I hope it's not, because if it's bad for a camel, it's probably bad for us. But just like, it just is a weird, like, I can't imagine being a stupid animal and not knowing why my lip flaps are suddenly so plump.
And all of a sudden, the other camels are giving you just a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
Speaking of just a little bit more attention, let's get into our next story from lawandcrime.com. 48-year-old mom pleads guilty to stealing daughter's identity to attend college, posing as a 22-year-old.
A Missouri woman has pleaded guilty to stealing her daughter's identity so that she could attend college and collect financial aid.
Laura A. Oglesby, 48, ruined the younger woman's credit, a police chief reported.
Wow.
Sentencing is pending her Social Security fraud.
So she used her daughter's Social Security card in 2016, and I mean, basically just went to school. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, she applied and received financial aid to attend University A, the authorities said. She obtained $9,400 in federal student loans, $5,900 in Pell Grants, $337 for books purchased at University A's bookstore, and $1,800 in finance charges. Here's the thing about being 22 in Missouri or somewhere in the Midwest, it ages you. So I almost believe that they like couldn't tell. Like there's certain areas where it's like, I don't know, yeah, 22, 48, they look the same.
That's funny. And I mean, I'm looking at the picture of her and like, yeah, I don't think she looks 22, but if she said I'm 27, I'd be like, all right.
All right. Yeah.
Like, you know, time is not always like kind to white women. So
No.
it's I buy it.
White women age like milk.
Lumpy.
It ain't good. It ain't good.
Relax. We're white women.
We get it. We're fighting a clock, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'm fucking lump city over here.
Even had boyfriends that believed that she was 22 years old.
Okay. So, like, the motivation is the money, right? That's the only reason why she decided to steal her daughter's identity rather than just going in as her. Because, like, I could tell you all right now, I'm 21 years old. What are you going to do?
Well, it's true.
People lie about their age all the time in LA.
People lie about their age all the time. When she was pulled over at a traffic stop where she eventually admitted to being herself, she said she'd been fleeing a domestic violence relationship for years.
So she was like witness protection programming herself by
programming
being her
herself.
daughter?
Yeah.
Where's the daughter in all this? Oh, and actually, if someone steals your identity and thrashes your credit, but it's proved that your identity was stolen, does any of that get reversed or is your credit still fucked?
I don't understand credit scores.
Yeah,
I don't understand paying off a credit card and then my credit score goes down a point or two. Like,
yeah.
Go F yourself, credit score. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I sold my car and my credit went like down. And I was like, I just got rid of like over $20,000 of debt. What?
Yeah, but they want you to be, it's insane.
Oh, well, it's not like it's super important.
Yeah, it's not like it determines almost everything in your financial life. Bing bong.
Beep.
Fuck your life.
Oh God. Okay. According to, I'm steamrolling to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been little chatty Cathy's on this one. This is coming to us from tribal.com, something like that. Better.com CEO accused hundreds of people that he laid off on Zoom of stealing because they were only working 2 hours per day.
Okay, so Vishal Garg, the founder and CEO of the digital mortgage company Better.com, laid off more than 900 people the other day on Zoom.
That sounds exhausting.
Like one Zoom call. If you were on the Zoom, you were laid off.
Oh, fuck.
Not one by one. It was if you were part of this Zoom call, you were laid off.
So he accused at least 250 of the terminated staff members of stealing from the company by just working 2 hours a day. He said, you guys know that at least 250 of the people terminated were working an average of 2 hours a day while clocking in 8+ hours a day in the payroll system. They're stealing from you and stealing from our customers who pay bills pay our bills. Get educated.
He wrote to a Blind post reviewed by Fortune. So Blind is a website it's like gossip for tech people.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Anyway, this is bullshit. He with no notice laid off 900 people all at once on a Zoom call. Like, it was such garbage. And then he accused people of time theft, which I'm like, show me the numbers, dude.
Yeah, how do you know you're only working 2 hours a day? And even if they fucking are, like, nobody, just pay people. People need to make more money in this country. So if you're, this is back to Jersey Mike's. Pay people for the job that they're doing better, and if you want to have good work.
Yeah.
Time theft. Fuck off.
Time theft. I know. He said that he wanted to have a better 2.0 with a leaner, meaner, hungrier workforce.
Ugh.
In a leaked recording of a meeting shared to the insider.com.
Have you heard about this stuff about like Zillow or something like that, like buying a bunch of houses and all
fucking with the markets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This feels like, I mean, because this is a real estate company too. Like, this might be bigger than we know, dude.
It goes all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, where does it stop? But yeah, kind of like, you don't just lay off 900 people if you're doing good.
It's just shitty. And he's just like, he's now been asked to step down and like take some time away from the company. And it's like, yeah, take some time away.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
It's time for the dumpster fire of the week.
Oh my God.
Oh, we love it. That's so exciting.
This comes to us from the rollingstone.com.
Peloton goes into damage control and just like that scene sends stock spiraling. Let me tell you something right now. If you haven't watched the first episode of the new Sex and the City reboot and just like that, you're going to have to fast forward a little bit because there's going to be some spoilers.
I mean, major spoilers.
But also, it's been out for like a week, and if you have Instagram, it's spoiled, literally.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me and an avid TV watcher to a point where it's almost not fun anymore, it was spoiled about halfway through the episode when it became really fucking obvious and predictable. Ooh, don't come for me, Sex and the City fans. I don't care.
Shares of the stationary bike company dropped over $5 after it's prominently featured in the first episode of Sex and the City sequel series.
So there's a whole thing where like Carrie and Big are going to go to the Hamptons or something for a weekend, and Charlotte was like, please push back your trip one day so that you can see my daughter play piano. And Carrie does it, but Big doesn't want to go. He's going to have a night at home with Allegra.
Their Peloton.
Well, the Peloton instructor is called Allegra.
Got it.
But
my bad.
Like, I mean, it's okay. I forgive you. You didn't get through the episode, so how would you know?
How would I know?
Left and right, you're seeing Peloton, and they keep talking about Peloton. I'm like, we get it. Peloton is fucking sponsoring this episode, but
it's almost as if Peloton was the fourth character.
Wow. They recast Kim Cattrall
New York
with the
City.
Peloton.
No, they recast New York City
as a Peloton.
With the Peloton.
So Carrie goes off to the recital and Big is smoking a cigar, and she goes, "Oh, your once weekly cigar before Allegra?" And he goes, some shit, some fucking quippy thing. And then just look, and she's wearing her wedding shoes to the event because they match her outfit. And then he goes, and she's like, what are you looking at? And he's like, just looking at you. And as soon as that happened, I was like, Big's about to die. Because in every fucking, bet me on this, anytime that someone's about to die on a TV show or movie, they take one last longing look at their love, and their love person is like, what are you looking at? He's just looking at you. You know that they're about to fucking die, to a point where if my partner takes too long of a look at me, I'm like, absolutely not. We need to get in a fight.
Absolutely not. You cannot die while one of you is mad at the other.
Well, but you also can't die right before just looking at you. That
Oh,
sweet
God.
ass moment. Fuck you. Anyways, sorry. I'm not even reading the article, by the way. I am just spouting up my shit out right now. We can read the article. It's about Peloton. It's about Peloton.
It's a big Peloton. Mr. Big takes his 1,000th ride and he dies of a heart attack.
Yeah. So he takes his ride, and an actual Peloton instructor, Jess King, who, if you remember, Jess King is married to that person that we talked about a couple episodes ago who pissed in that guy's mouth.
Uh-huh.
So she's not. This is not her first appearance on the Trashy Trashy podcast. But she plays a Peloton instructor named Allegra. He's doing a 45-minute ride. The thing is all intercut with like the piano concert and Carrie enjoying the concert and stuff. I'm like, okay, let's move this along. Like, we know. And then he gets off the bike. He texts Carrie, let's leave tonight, because and so she was like, oh, I can't get a drink after I gotta go. But he drops his phone in the shower, like he's going to turn on his shower, and he drops his phone. He's rubbing his left arm, collapses, can't reach his phone, fucking heart attack. And I'm watching this shit being like, Peloton knew that this is what they were going to do?
No, so Peloton was asked if they wanted to be featured, and they said yes, but they did not consent to the heart attack storyline.
They didn't know, I guess.
They didn't know,
according to BuzzFeed. And so everyone's like really sad and stuff, but Peloton is on damage control like a motherfucker right now. And they got this doctor, Dr. Suzanne Steinbaum, who's a cardiologist and a member of Peloton's Health and Wellness Advisory Council, to release a statement saying, I'm sure Sex and the City fans like me are saddened by the news that Mr. Big dies of a heart attack. Mr. Big lived what many would call an extravagant lifestyle, including cocktails, cigars, and big steaks, and with serious risk as he had previous cardiac event in season 6. These lifestyle choices and perhaps his family history, which is a significant factor, were likely the cause of his death. Riding his Peloton bike may have even helped delay his cardiac event. Imagine
damage control.
Imagine going to school for as long as you have to become a fucking cardiologist, and they go, "Hey, Dr. Susan, excuse me, Dr. Steinbaum, we need you to put out a statement saying that this fictional character was actually being helped by his Peloton."
God.
Fucking crazy.
Dr. Susan Steinbaum's like, okay. Well, is my name going to get in BuzzFeed and or Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
I'm in, you son of a bitch. I'm in.
So the stock market dropped. Their stock was at $45 before that premiere, and then after the premiere it went down to $39.42. However, they are also crediting that the drop might have to do with the fact that people are going to start going to gyms again, allegedly. I mean, I'm not, but some people might.
They were not aware. Ugh. Can you imagine, like, the executive that signed off on, yeah, use a Peloton? What a free commercial.
I mean, they're zoomed in on the shoes as he's clicking in and out, like the Peloton branch. Like, this was product placement at its best. But like, they did Jess King dirty. She's having a hard month, I think.
Yeah.
Because now, obviously, I haven't checked, but I'm sure people are flooding her Instagram, blaming her for killing Big. And she was also doing like a weird Spanish accent. They were like, oh, Allegra's from Barcelona is what Mr. Big says. And so, like, as he's doing the ride, like, you can hear Jess King like on the screen going, arriba, arriba.
How do you say cucumber? It was weird that she said it mid-ride, but it was in context. Like, you just had to be a part of the ride.
Oh man, yeah. Anyways, it's pretty shocking, and I've watched a lot of Sex and the City, and like, it's definitely like a guilty pleasure, but I'm not like so hard on it that I cried per se when this happened, because I was able to really predict it. I did, however, it was what I saw when I closed my eyes. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a powerful scene. And it made me not want my partner to ever use the Peloton when I wasn't home.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oy.
So it's time to buy Peloton. Well, the stock is low, I guess.
If only he had an Apple Watch, which could have sent an alert.
You're fucking right.
So that's just a commercial for Apple. Like if I were Apple Watches, I would be like, having a heart attack on your Peloton? Don't worry, we got you. We'll send out notices to your loved ones and call 911 if we detect cardiac. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a missed opportunity for Apple for sure. So Peloton, actually, I just sent it to you on Instagram, but Peloton released and we'll repost it on Trashy Trashy's Instagram. They posted a video with the actor who plays Mr. Big, whose name is Chris Noth, and Jess King on a couch being like, well, we've done it. And like, just kind of like a Christmassy sort of thing with then a quick talking like announcer kind of person being like, Peloton actually helps your cardiac arrest, but whatever. And then like it's all just damage control. Like, and
they say, and just like that in the commercial.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously because like right immediately when the fast talking guy stops talking, he says he's alive. Like,
yeah.
Which is confusing if you're thinking about the show, because I don't think he is. I haven't watched the second episode yet because I was like not in the mood to like start getting sad when I wasn't sad yet. And but he dead. He's dead on the show. They killed him off. Crazy. What are you gonna do? I don't know. But I feel better that I finally got to talk about it. I haven't been able to talk about it.
Another major spoiler. I started to watch and I could not get past the scene with Miranda and the professor. It physically pained me. It made me feel shame as a white person. I like if being on the other side of racism is a fraction of what I felt of shame and embarrassment, but harassment, like if it's a fraction of what I felt watching that scene, I don't know how people can do it. I don't know how people can face that adversity.
Yeah, it was a rough. I mean, it was supposed to be awkward, but
yes,
you missed out, because when they get to the theater to see the piano recital, they reveal that Steve, Miranda's husband, is losing his hearing. So you get to see that actor being like, yeah, I've got 2 hearing aids now. Anyways, what? It the amount of cringing I did watching this stuff. And I'm like, if you're a Sex and the City stan, it's fine. Like, don't come at me. Like, I'm gonna watch the whole fucking thing.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
But it is, I mean, that is like grade A, like Parisian cheese, you know? It is so cheesy, the show.
I think the most realistic thing about the show is that one of Carrie's friends won't listen to her podcast.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, checks out. But you can't guilt your friends into it. They have to come to it naturally.
It's true. I will say that, like, and I mean this with the utmost respect for these actresses. Like, I don't want it to sound like I'm coming for them. I love that everyone looks like 100 years old. It's I mean, obviously, what's her face, the one who plays Charlotte, has had some work done, but it feels canon to the character. Like, Charlotte would have a little bit of work done,
right?
But like all of the women, like everyone just fucking aged, and they're not hiding it. And I think it's like awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
It enriches the show that these characters look as old as they are playing.
Yeah, I concur. Hey, Cass.
What's going on, girl?
What are you hoarding?
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck, are we ending the show? Bye. I'm hoarding something very special. As you get through the remainder of this holiday season, I recommend you do what I came across by mistake. One time I said, Alexa, play Michael Bublé, because I wanted to set the mood for Christmas. Oh, fuck. She heard me.
She heard you.
Alexa, stop. I can't fucking say anything. She fucking heard me. Okay, well, one time I said that and she misunderstood me. And she said, shuffling songs by Michael Bubble.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, weird. She just doesn't know how to say buble. But what played was an actual person who goes by Michael Bubble, who also croons his way through Christmas songs, but is like, he's not bad, but he's not good.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're looking for ways, just tiny amusements in your life, and you're with your family who you don't want to be around, like whatever the fuck the case is, just put on Michael Bubble and see
Mm-hmm.
how long it takes anyone to notice that the Christmas carols that are being sung are being, they're bad. Like some of them are good, and then every once in a while I'm like, is this whole song flat? What's playing right now? It's fucking fantastic. It's just tiny little pranks.
Nice.
What are you hoarding?
I'm hoarding a movie called Rare Exports.
Okay.
And it's a holiday movie, but
Okay.
it's Finnish. It's from Finland. And the director also made The Big Game with Samuel L. Jackson. Second time he's been mentioned on the pod.
Saint Samuel.
Saint Samuel. And it's a group of miners are mining something, and this little boy is, observing it. And what they're mining is the original Santa Claus.
Okay.
Because the indigenous people, the story goes, the indigenous people buried him in the ice because he was evil. The first Santa Claus was. Anyway, there's reindeer. You just gotta see Rare Exports. Like, there's subtitles. Some of it's in English. Most of it's in subtitles. But the kid actor is fucking phenomenal. Like, phenomenal.
Okay.
Santa and his elves may or may not make an appearance.
Wow.
A dad has to trust in his son. The son has to take on leadership. It's really cute and a weird story. And it's
on
Hulu or Netflix. I can't remember, but it's streaming.
Okay.
It's streaming, and it's called Rare Exports. I'd highly recommend you taking a dip into it.
I will. We started 8-Bit Christmas yesterday and then ended up taking a nap. Not because it was bad, just because we wanted to take a nap. So we're definitely in Christmas movie land. So I will make that the next one, Rare Exports.
Rare Export. And what are you throwing away?
I'm throwing out shame over grid posting.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so we went out on a little stroll. Me and I said I was with a little holiday party last night, and we all started walking around this the neighborhood of Toluca Lake and looking at all the Christmas lights. And there's 6 of us. We took a selfie, and I loved it. And so I posted it on my grid, and everyone who I was with was like, "Wow, thank you, on your grid." And I know I sound sarcastic right now, but it wasn't sarcastic. It was like, oh my God, you posted on your grid. Oh, wow. For my mom, grid posting means posting on your main Instagram rather than putting on your Instagram story. But I mean, before Instagram stories existed, everything you posted on Instagram was on your fucking grid, you guys. And I think that there is a stigma towards grid posting now because of the aesthetic of your Instagram. And there was a while where I was getting annoyed seeing all my friends' kids. I'm like, God damn, you post about your stupid kid a lot. But then I was like, why the fuck wouldn't they? This is their Instagram. If I don't want to see their kid, I unfollow them.
Right.
I'm the problem. I'm wrong, not them. So I started to look at my own Instagram that way and be like, that's why there's a lot of pictures of me and my partner and a lot of things, but you can see where that shift happened, because before it was supposed to be I was more professionally taking photos of myself.
But I'm curated.
It was curated. It was I had hashtags in my things, but I don't give a fuck about being an influencer, and I just want to live my fucking life. And so yes, I'm out with 6 close friends who I love very much, You made the grid, and I don't want to feel shame about it. Or like I'm some sort of hero. So brave.
You know, I needed to hear this today. I haven't grid posted since November 8th
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, I don't have any good photos. And
Not
it's
a
like,
birthday, girl. You should be grid posting.
I should be grid posting. I know. And it's like a mental stigma now.
Yeah.
But I
Throwing
need
that
to get out of it. Throw it the hell out. I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you. What are you throwing out?
I'm throwing out these holiday ads of like get 40 to 50% off if you sign up for text messages. And then you sign up for text messages and then they text message you every day if you don't purchase the thing just yet. And it's just like marketing to drive you insane. And I want that discount, but I need to just hit unsubscribe or stop. But I don't want the discount to go away because I've unsubscribed and I'm waiting on the one thing. It's just targeted marketing in general. Like, fuck my life. Bing bong. It's bad. It's real bad. And everyone has text message marketing now to get the discount. It used to be your email. And now they realize, like, oh, that's ineffective. It's text messaging.
Yeah.
It's getting to me.
World Market texts me like once a week, and I'm like, just cut it out. But I still don't unsubscribe. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. It's like, I want to know when there's a 40% discount at Soko Glam, my Korean skincare hookup, you know? It's bad. I'm throwing it the hell out.
Buy ads. Get out of here.
Bye.
Where do the people find you?
Literally, buy. I'm buying.
Okay. Okay. God.
Where can the people find you?
No, I asked you first.
Okay. I'm at Iconic Erica Curry where I'm posting to stories, but I'm going to start grid posting again. I promise.
Yes.
It's been a month, but I took a little hiatus, but I'm going to get back to it and post photos that make me happy.
The world needs it.
The world needs it.
Yeah.
At Iconic Erica Curry, I'm doing nothing else creative besides stories, and that's where you should follow me.
Okay.
If you want to be my Pokemon friend on Pokemon Go, DM me and we'll hook it up with the friend code because I need gifts and things within Pokemon Go. So you can find me on that too.
Great.
Yeah. Where can the people find you?
At Cass Cardenas on Instagram and Twitter. I grid post and sometimes I make jokes on Twitter. I made one today that I told my partner about and he did not laugh. So my Twitter might be shitty, but follow me on there and let me know. Oh, I got 6 likes on that tweet. Never mind. I'm
looking up the joke. I'm looking it up right now.
Let me tell it. Okay,
tell it.
Friends reboot called Could I Be Anymore? Following Chandler after Monica dies after cleaning their Peloton.
That's funny.
It's got 10 likes and a retweet. You get on the train because we're to the moon this Twitter.
To the moon.
You can find this podcast at Trashy Trashy Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can email us at trashytrashypodcast@gmail.com. We love when you guys send us stories. Tell us why you're trash. I mean, you heard it. We did a lot of listener stories this week. So thank you so much for that. Leave a review on the podcast. It helps us out a lot. We have a website, trashytrashypodcast.com. Check that out. It's really cute. And yeah, thanks. Thanks for showing up again.
Thank you. We love you.
We love you.
Hey, Cass.
What's going on, girl?
Stay garbage.
You stay garbage, girl.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye.